This is Roger with iGadget Geek. Today I have a case review for the iPhone 6s. This is my full review of the Elementcase Sector Pro for the iPhone 6 and 6s. Now I have this case in the fire red, but it is also available in black on black. I personally like the red and black look. Now this case will set you back about $140 from Elementcase. If you're not familiar with Elementcase, they make high-end aluminum machined cases for iPhones and other cellular devices. I personally have used Elementcases in the past, and the one word that can stand out in my mind when you want to describe Elementcase to someone who hasn't heard of them is quality of manufacturing. Their quality control is really strict. You get a high-end, very well-built case or accessory for your mobile device. So let's go ahead and open this box up and we'll take a look at everything that you get with the case Sector Pro. So as you can see, you open up the nice packaging here. You have the case itself. We'll set that to the side. We'll pull the rest of this packaging out. You get a nice kind of a built pouch, if you will, to where you can put that on and carry your phone. Instead of carrying it in your pocket or something, you can carry it in a pouch. You have your tool to actually apply the case. You have some spare parts. Then you have your certificate of authenticity. And then you also have your instructions on how actually to take this case apart and apply it. So what I'm going to do is set all this packaging to the side. We don't really want to look at that right now. What I want to do is actually take a look at the case itself. Now I have used this case for about a week or so, so this is not the first time I've had it out of the package or the first time I've used it. So basically this case is made up of several parts. What you have is this back piece that's made out of polycarbonate with a carbon fiber inlay that says Sector Pro with the Element logo. Then you have these aluminum side rails on the sides and top, and then you have these little rubber inserts. So there you have your sleep-wake power button. On this side, you have your volume up and down and a little switch here for your silent switch. And the very bottom is a piece of aluminum cap, if you will, that you can charge and sync through here, headphones, and then a nice little speaker grill there for your main speaker and a cutout for your main microphone. So let's go ahead and get this installed on my iPhone 6s. So what I like to do is you kind of want to start here button side first. And I like to personally make sure your silent switch is on. And then you want to make sure this little switch is down, because that little switch is going to line up with that silent switch and allow you to be able to mute and unmute your phone once it's in the case. So once I start there, I like to flip it over. So as you can see, I kind of have it lined up. Then you want to stick your back piece on. The back piece attaches to these aluminum rails, and that's what holds the back and everything together. There's little notches on these aluminum rails. So I like to hold it together. I've got everything on, and I always recommend checking your silent switch to make sure it's functioning before you go ahead and close this case up. All right, we've got that good. Then we like to take the tail cap here and put it on right like that. Just want to line everything up, make sure everything is seated, and it'll snap all together. There we go. We've got that all lined up. And then you want to take your little included tool. If you pop this end off, you have your little Allen wrench, and then you have a couple of little Allen screws that are going to hold that tail cap on. Let's go ahead and we'll put these two screws in, and we'll screw this all together. Now you don't want to over tighten those, just kind of snug them up. They don't need to be, just a ton of strength behind them. You just want to kind of snug them up so they don't come loose on you. You can see there we've got those lined up and tightened up. And once we've done that, we have that case completely installed. So let's go ahead and take a look at this case once it's installed. So you can see on the very back, you have that Elementcase logo, Sector Pro. You have a nice little tapered cutout there for your camera, flash, and secondary mic. On this side, again, your volume up and down are covered, but extremely responsive buttons here. You can still feel and hear that tactile feedback. Sleep-wake switch, easily accessible. You have these little rubber inserts that give you a lot of grip. On the very bottom, You have a nice cutout here for your headphone port and your main charge and sync port and a speaker grill. Now these have been kind of oversized or enlarged, so you will not have any problems getting any kind of secondary or aftermarket accessory to fit in there. On this side you have your sleep wake button. Again, very responsive. You can hear and feel that click. Nothing at the bottom. You do get a very slight amount of lay on the table lip, but if you do use a thick glass screen protector, I don't believe you're going to get much in the way of lay on the table protection. But all in all, it's going to be a very unique, high quality, high-end accessory for your iPhone 6. Now it does include this little pouch, and it has magnet closure, so you can slide your iPhone 6 right in here. And on the back, it has a loop to put it on your belt. So you're able to put that on your belt, carry that case in that little belt pouch. And now that does come with the case, and all that's going to set you back about $140. Again, available in fire red and black. Now that has been my full review of the Elementcase Sector Pro for the iPhone 6 and 6S. And this has been Roger with iGadget Geek.